So in the last video, we did the bumper tuck installation. These may or may not have been the original bumper brackets, but this is what was on the truck when we picked it up. And so it stuck out about this far. And, you know, I think this looks better. And so after this was finished, I, had some time to contemplate things. I don't think there's any more welding to be done on the truck parts stuff. The only thing left that's going to need to be welded is the brake pedal, because it's too long. But that's pretty simple, and that's going to be done after we get the system charged and figure how much depression is going on in there so we can shorten it up and make it fit better. But that's a pop on, pop off, cut, slice, chop, weld, done in 5 minutes job. And I can do that after everything else. So I'm still going over it in my brain, but there's nothing else to weld. I wanted to do all this before, final paint and all that other stuff, because if you watch the video, there's some scratching going on when you're trying to fit this kind of stuff up. There's sparks flying, grinders going, it'll just mess up good paint. So before I take the whole thing apart for bodywork and paint, there's some stuff I wanted to do while it's all together. You got to hold your mouth just right. But let's back up. This is Pour 15 rust preventative coating. It's not the top coat, it's the base coat, the rust inhibitor. And you can paint it well and it'll fly. I mean, you could run it. It needs a clear coat over it to protect it from UV. This particular paint, if left in the sun, will kind of turn into a flat black color. It's not ugly when it's done, it's just not shiny anymore. But one of the reasons I use this is because, black shows every imperfection, and the glossiness helps exhibit, accent, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, something. Enhances all of the imperfections. So if you hold your mouth just right, you can see the dents in this fender. And there's only a few of them. And it could be taken care of with, body filler and all that other stuff. But while we got them on here and there's nothing else we're going to do to them, we're going to do some hammering, body shaping, just a little bit. We might be able to knock them out completely. We might be able to reduce them some. So they make all of these hammer and dolly kits for metal shaping, dent reducing, thingamajigs, all that kind of stuff. This is still one of my favorites to use. It's got a rounded front and then a nice ball on here. And this ball's kind of flat because of what I was doing, but a little bit of work with the sander, it'll be nice and round. It won't have any sharp edges on it. And it's good for bringing out some of these dents. And then I also like the Dead Blow BFH because it's got a more broader impact area to help pop those up. And then I think this is probably the biggest help. So these are just readers. They're 2 times magnifiers. So it's like wearing magnifying glasses on your eyeballs. You see me wear these a lot. If it looks good under 2 times magnification, it looks great when you take these off. So put them on when you're working, get it as good as you can, and then take these off and give it a second look, and you'll probably be impressed about how much better it is. They're cheap. I get them on Amazon. They come in a 3-pack. For stuff like this, you know, it just makes sense. To me, it makes sense. Wipe off the dust. But right here, there's a low spot. And what they did originally is, it looks like they hit it with like some 50 grit sandpaper and scored the metal real well, and then they covered it with body filler. And that's fine. But since we're here and we got it like this, we might as well tap on this a little bit. This may or may not help you. Yeah, you can kind of see the line. So it's right in here. So I tuned up this hammer a little bit with some 120 grit and then some 220 grit so it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to start with this one, like I said, because it's my favorite. And the angle on here is going to be something like this. So you can't really get at it because it's such a big fender. And what you got to do is you kind of find where your finger is. I'm going to tap on it. So we started out with a low spot that was that big, and now it's right here. And what I'm kind of doing is, this wooden handle is up here against the fender, and then I'm just kind of going like this. And you can see I'm not doing it hard. When I feel it under my finger, then I know I'm in the right spot. The rag helps your hand slide. You can go like this, but it ain't the same. The rag helps your hand slide across, and you can kind of feel your fingers drop into the low spot. Resist the temptation to go all caveman. Light, gentle taps, working it around and bringing this piece up. This one still right here. Right there. Here's one you should be able to see. Right here. There's a ding. I don't know if my arm's gonna reach because this fender's so deep, but we'll try. It's not gonna reach. I'm not gonna have much tapping room. I'm gonna need a slightly longer hammer. They make these pointy ones, but it's got a real sharp edge on it, so you have to be careful, because if you go in the wrong spot, you'll just make it worse. So I'm going to start out with this and suffer through it. So it feels a lot better. I think we can get a little bit closer. This is probably something that would disappear with epoxy, primer, sanding. You could probably minimize this a lot. But if you do this, then there's, less work sanding. So I'm putting this right under the pad of my finger, and then the other 3 fingers are to guide the hammer over to the right spot. We might be able to put a dolly on there and feel it, but this gets a little hard. Not ready yet. So now it's minimized. There's just a little small dent in there. Keep working on it. I'm using the round part and then flipping over. And I try to put the hammer like right here, get my line lined up, and then I'm just okay, that's pretty good. Some primer, sanding, that'll flow out really nice. There's another one right here that doesn't have that deep divot in it. It's just a round dent. Check it with your palm. Your fingers are good, but when you go over with your palm, it's a wider surface area.